No milk, Jacko?
Just had the last.
It's all right. I'll do without. Any bread?
Had the last of my toast.
Should get up earlier, eh?
I don't mind when you get up, son. It's when you divvy up, that's what counts.
All right, all right. I get the message.
Yeah, well, in case you don't, I'll spell it out for you. No rent, no scoff.
I'll see you right.
When?
Soon as.
You could afford to booze all day, back horses, play brag.
Look, me mojo won't working last night. You know what brag's like.
Who do you play brag with, your mates?
Yeah.
So you have got mates, have you? I'll find one. Today.
So it passes muster then, does it? You know, my kitchen.
Betty, I just don't want her coming back saying everything's gone to pot.
Well, it hasn't, so what are you worried about?
I want everything right.
It is right. I mean, you're running about like a bee in a bottle. Of course it's right.
Yeah, 'cause I'm making sure it is.
Morning.
Right, Jack, let's get down that cellar and see if it's something like.
Go on.
Finish doing stock with Betty.
Here, stand by your beds, eh?
Maybe we should have phoned Rita in Tenerife and broken it to her.
Oh, what can she do in Tenerife except worry?
Well, it might have sort of drawn the sting a bit.
Well, there's no point in spoiling a holiday before we have to.
It'd been better if she got used to the idea before she sees it. Because when she does, I'd sooner not be here.
Derek, you are going to be here.
Well,
Because
I mean...
if you're not going to be here, then I'm not going to be here. And we can't just leave the key under the mat.
Seems like quite a good plan to me.
Would a representative from Global and Overland please contact their...
Look what you've done. You've got me. Hiya, Dom. Hiya. I hope you've brought the Bentley.
Duchess of Devonshire, is it?
Queen of the Muckheap, me. This here's the Duchess.
Hey, I don't like that, Bentley. You see, the shag pile in there gets my nose going. Have you got another car?
Certainly, senorita.
Oh, you damn.
Hey, did you have a good holiday?
Oh, viva Tenerife! Viva!
Listen, it's nice to be back, isn't it?
Well, I'll tell you when we get there. Hey, how's everything at the Rovers?
Cracking. Yeah, never missed you.
Oh, ta!
No, she did right well.
How's my little shop? Still standing?
Ah, well, yeah, it's still there, but it's bobbing about a bit, you know.
No, I don't know. What's happened?
Well, I think they had a bit of a leak.
Worth £1,000, that waterbed?
My foot.
And that is not all I shall be claiming for. No. I shall be having my property surveyed for consequential damage. I hope she's well insured.
I'm sure she's perfectly well insured.
Good. Because there will be a few more distressed gentlefolk at Lloyd's of London before I'm through. Right. Here is a provisional list of items damaged for the assessor to peruse. Here.
Anyway, you should be looking at your policy. I mean, you shouldn't be having all that water over people's heads.
One pair of shoes, £120. You never had a pair of shoes for £120.
Finest English brogues, then. With my insteps, I can't wear anything except hand-lasted. They are available for inspection, just now.
Yeah, I know this sort of try-on. You put your old shoes in the bath.
They're beside the bed.
Oh, you take them off, do you? Socks and all?
I won't dignify that with a response. Anyway, as I was saying, these waterbeds are orthopaedically recommended for any lumbar trouble.
Yes, we all know your trouble.
My trouble? I have many troubles, Mr. Wilton, and at the moment I can put most of them down to you. So don't try my patience with any more of your cheap remarks.
Okay. What you trying to do, wake the dead?
It's not somewhere easier than this. You know what's a nice girl like you hanging around a place
Oh, and you're going to take me away from it all?
like... You bet.
Ah, they're all right round here. Same as people anywhere.
But that's my point, you're not. You're different, you've got something else.
Oh, where are you going to take me?
Where would you like to go?
Somewhere classy? Only not so classy if you're sure not.
I don't think you have that problem.
All right for some, innit?
Slentatious. It's very 80s. Just gets you laughed at nowadays, that.
Oh, hear me chuckling.
No, it is. It's passé. Bottom's fallen out of it entirely.
Oh, and you know, would you? Mind you, if you're going to get a puncher, look smarter than a Mercedes than it does a double bed.
Oh, it had better be. Still here. Oh, hang on. I've got them this far. I don't want to lose them.
I'll get the ditty things out.
All right.
I'll look after them, don't worry.
I'll see you in a bit, Rita. Yeah?
Oh, she's just missed bumping into Reg Holdsworth.
Is she here?
Oh, they're in Don's taxi. Dropping Bet off now. Oh, you go, Mavis. Go out the back, go home. I'll tell her.
Oh, I can't let you, Derek. No, we're in this together.
Why does the word tumbril come to mind?
Yay! Viva Tenerife! It's the last time I ever asked you to look after this place.
Why? What's wrong?
I've heard. What's about? Oh, you might well ask.
She is asking so, mate. What have I done wrong?
I'm not even at the airport. And what's the first thing I hear?
What?
There's Don Brennan. He said, well, fancy seeing you here. I've come to pick Rita up. I said, well, you've come to pick me up as well as her. He said, oh, have you been away now?
Oh, you had me going there.
How's the pub, I said. Never better, he says. I practically clocked him one. Right, come on, you lot, let's hear it. You glad I'm back? You couldn't wait? Free ale for the loudest cheer? I was the loudest. Judge's decision is final. Come on, you, I could murder a pot of tea.
Well, doesn't look so bad from here.
It was more in the stockroom.
It did come in here a bit, but it was just a mopping up sort of job.
Yes, it was in the stockroom, mostly.
Well, come on, let's see the worst. Oh, my God. What the hell was it? A tidal wave or what?
Oh, no, it came from the ceiling, you see, and it just kept coming everywhere.
Well, how long was it before you turned the stopcock off?
Oh, we turned it off straight away.
It wasn't coming from a pipe.
Well, where was it coming from?
Did they not tell you?
Nobody's told me anything. Don just said he had a leak.
It was coming from upstairs, you see.
He's not left his bath overflowing.
Oh, no. It was a burst, really.
A burst. Right, well, I'll sort this out.
Oh, well, before you do, Rita...
Well?
It was his bed.
His bed?
He had a waterbed.
A what? A flaming waterbed? I'll murder him. Oh, if he's any sense, he's emigrated. The man is a total liability.
Well, no, you see, I was mending the fitting, you see, and I was, well, I had to, a new in the thing for the what you call it.
Derek was drilling, you see.
You've heard of evolution, haven't you, Emily? Einstein's theory of evolution.
I think so.
That's what it's come up with, my husband's.
I won't bother listening, love. She's balmy.
It's like people evolved from apes, didn't they?
So they tell me.
Yes, well, Alf has evolved again. He's evolved into a shopkeeper. He has to have a little shop around him. If you take him out of that, then he's afeard of dying.
What is the point of going out on a bank holiday?
Well, what's the point of opening up? There's practically no trade.
Well, we're ticking over.
Well, Death Watch Beetle can say the same, which is what it feels like mouldering in here.
Look, everywhere is crowded. The roads are jammed. Where's the pleasure in that?
Well, I admit, the pleasure for me is staying at home.
Oh, Emily, you're no good to me.
Mr. Sugden and his widow friend have gone to Chatsworth, is it? They've gone on a minibus.
No, it's Chatsworth.
Well, on the rare occasions I have it to myself, number 3 Coronation Street feels quite stately to me, and I'm definitely staying at home.
Go on. Bye, love. And Ivy's gone with the better buys lot. They've gone to Rue.
Give over.
Oh. Do you know, Deirdre? He dreams about his little shop. He dreams about the old till with the jangling bell and the great big keys. I can see his fingers doing it when he's asleep.
What can you do with a woman like that?
You don't know you're born.
What do you mean?
Oh, I'm not interfering.
What?
Oh, take her out. That's all you've got to do.
She'd only moan if I took her. Last time we went to the seaside, she said it was facing the wrong way.
All I said you don't get the sunset at Abyssal because of the way it's facing. Didn't it face the wrong way? I like the way it faces. It's very nice. Wish I was there now, actually.
If you want to close up, it's all right by me. As long as you pay me.
Excuse me, pal. Are you open, are you?
Not really, no.
You look cool.
I'm just doing somebody a favour.
Look, I was wondering if you could give me an idea, you know.
I'll give you a good one in 2 words.
It's about this van.
I'm busy.
It's just outside.
Bring it back tomorrow.
Well, I wish I could, but I can't.
Why not?
Well, I can't get it going. I was just driving along and it made a sort of rattly, bangy kind of a noise and well stopped in me.
All right.
Some kids helped me push it the last wee bit. They told me you were here.
Remind me to thank them.
Because I just bought it, you see.
You what?
Well, I know it needs a bit of tidying up, that, you know.
Hey, it's candid camera, this, isn't it?
We've no comeback. Not if you've been drilling up.
Well, we didn't know. I mean, you turn the water off, you wait for it to stop, but it didn't. It just kept coming and coming.
Do you know how much water there is in them things? There's more than in your tank. I mean, you wouldn't think it'd be allowed.
No, keeping millions of gallons of water over your head.
How long was your drill?
I didn't have a shorter one. But if it had been a normal bed...
How would it be normal? How would anything be normal? You've got Reg Holsworth up there and you down here. There is no connection with anything normal.
But they've no right, though. I mean, keeping millions of gallons of water over your head, it's not right.
Did you get onto the insurance?
Well, no, with it being a bank holiday.
They have emergency numbers.
Well, I didn't think.
You amaze me. Right, well, first thing in the morning.
Anyway, it should be off his insurance. It's his water that's caused all the damage.
Mavis, his insurance might not cover against lunatics from the centre of the earth who come up drilling.
I take exception to that, Rita.
Oh, really, Derek?
Well, it's not right, Rita. I mean, it can't be right. Millions of gallons of water over your head.
Would you stop saying that?
It's a complete basket case, pal.
I told me it might need a bit of welding for its MOT.
Yeah, so would the Titanic. That wouldn't pass either.
So, you're being a bit discouraging, really, aren't you?
I'm just trying to tell you, there's no point in spending time or money on it. You'd have to be a complete brickhead.
I'm right annoyed, so I'm. 85 quid up this Swanee.
What price education, eh?
Hey, look, pal, I don't suppose you'd be interested in it, eh?
Come on, please.
You've got the skills, you could do it up a bit.
Henry Ford couldn't do this up. Nobody could do it up. It's scrap.
Scrap? Here, how much do you reckon they give me for it?
Nout.
Nothing?
It'd cost you to tow it there.
So what do you reckon I should do then?
In 2 words, dump it.
Suppose you're right, really, eh? Be philosophical, eh? Write it down to experience, eh? Aye. Cheers, pal.
Hey, you can't leave it here.
Well, I'm not going to knack at myself pushing it anywhere else, am I? No way.
If nobody comes through this door in the next 30 seconds, I'm closing up.
Oh, did you hear that? He said if nobody comes through that door in the next 30 seconds, he's closing.
Well, you best go and warn people then. Anybody come jingling that bell, I'll brain them.
You're quite right. There is more to life than waiting here for the populace to descend and condescend to buy a packet of fish fingers or something they've forgotten to buy from Better Buys. I'm here, I've given up my holiday, I'm ruining my marriage, getting ulcers. What do they care? We're shut!
No, you're not.
Listen, we can't stand here all day and all night.
I only want a bag of sugar.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling you. We're closed. We're going to the seaside.
You're balmy, do you know that?
Yeah, I know I am. We're shut.
I could brain you.
No, I think we should deal with this through the insurance company, Rita.
Oh, do you?
Yes, I think that would be preferable.
Have you seen my stockroom?
And I'd like, if possible, to avoid personal acrimony.
Yeah, you see, he doesn't like to talk about it, Rita.
Oh, does he not?
No.
Look, I know you've had a lot of damage, and it's not just physical, there's emotional, psychological clearing up to do. But I'm not going to claim anything for that, but I don't want it being added to, but... Yeah, thank you, yes.
Well, ta very much. It's nice to know you're appreciated.
Wow, I couldn't say less. You've done a terrific job. Have any bother with Jacko?
Oh, it's all right. It's a bit like a sticking door. Just needs that extra nudge.
Took to it then, did you?
Well, I can't deny I did, yeah. In fact, it started me and Jim thinking.
Oh, what have I started?
About going in for it.
Love,
yeah.
love. A couple of weeks is one thing, but a job for life. It's another branch of the human race altogether, is this job.
Oh, I know.
I'm not saying don't. I'm just saying it needs a lot of thinking about.
Well, it's all we've been doing.
Look, if, as and when you think you're ready to give it a go, come and see me and we'll chat it over.
We already sort of took the next step. We've been to brewery and they're going to put us on a training course.
Oh. So I'm looking for a barmaid.
Wait a minute. Do you mean while Derek were doing all this with his drill, you were,
Rita, I do have a private life. I'd like to keep it private.
The ship of love ran aground, so to speak, with all hands on board.
Hey, wink.
Hey, I don't need all this broadcasting. I'm not a member of the royal family, you know.
Fred.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
No, I mean, thank you for reminding me what it's like.
What it's like?
A menu in French.
You've obviously seen one before.
Ah, but my French has got a bit rusty since then.
Well, as long as you enjoyed it, that's the main thing.
No, the main thing was, I enjoyed the company.
Me too. Thank you. Sorry I had to drive to London, or we could have made a night of it. All right, an evening, I'm not being presumptuous.
No, I'm sure you're not.
Mind if you fancy driving down to London.
I think my toothbrush is still in the pawn shop.
Well?
Well? Have you got time for a cup of coffee before you go?
I thought you were never going to ask.
I think about Reg Holsworth slowly sinking into the sunset, and I can very nearly forgive Derek. Then I look at my stockroom.
That's what you pay your insurance for, innit? Relax, let's finish this off.
Ta.
Is that stuff you got on playing card?
Yeah, thought I'd cheer myself up.
It's nice, it does, it suits you.
Well, it's a bit of a off-the-shoulder type perfume for this time of day, I know.
It's on the musky side. Tells the fella he'd best be up to the job or he needn't bother applying. I should have got a bottle.
Doesn't smell like it does on plane, you know.
It was competing with the smell of fear then, you know you ain't flying.
No, I'm all for it. In fact, when I am on a plane, I keep praying that we'll go on flying. I like it that much. How did they stay up?
Don't enquire, love. Wherever it is, it can't be natural.
Still, if I could be flying back to Tenerife now. Do you know that Derek Wilton is Disaster Incorporated?
Well, you can draw some comfort.
Can I?
Oh, aye. I mean, when you go away, everything goes to pot. You see, the world needs you. When I go away, nobody takes any notice. Go on. I'm telling you, that's holidays done with. Just have to stop at home now and keep unfooled. She's been very good.
Does she want to look after a shop?
No, she doesn't. She reckons she wants a pub.
No. Go in for one, you mean?
The two of them. So you see, I've slit my own throat. You don't want to lose somebody as good as her.
And they'd get one, would they?
Oh, sure, they would. As long as nobody scuppered the references for them.
You...
No, I'd highly commend them. I would tell the brewery that she's very dedicated to serving their ale, and he's even more dedicated to supping it.
Now?
It's funny to think, though, Rita, that they need a reference off me to get their own pub. A reference off Betlinshire.
Could be the ozone, you know.
There's a great big hole in the ozone, supposed to be.
Hey, we'll breathe it in while it's still there. Fine, fair. Feel it, can't you?
Well, it's healthier than Rosamond Street at Scaraby. I suppose it was a bit far to have a sock. Still, it's nice here.
Yeah, well, you get the sunsets here as well, you see. Yeah, tell you what, though, you get very sleepy at the seaside, don't you?
It's all this walk instead of shuffling about all cooped up.
Ah, well, we've done a decent walk, haven't we?
You'll be glad of a good sleep. You've not been sleeping very well.
No. What do you say if we stay over, find a little hotel somewhere?
Alfred Roberts! Well, it must be the ozone.
Yeah, well, you're only young once, you know.
Oh, now, don't say that. We were young once.
Aye. If life's a £5 note, how much change have we got left, eh? You don't know, do you?
You are a shopkeeper.
Oh, I am, yeah. Right, vegetable man will be there first thing tomorrow. I think we better go.
No, never mind the fetish man. Come on. Now let's go and have a nice dinner. Go somewhere. Meet people. Crack on with pot, eh? We'll have a drink and a laugh, and then we'll find somewhere to stay the night. What do you say?
I say, let's spend some of that loose change.
You got the major cook.
You didn't make me cook. My idea.
Come on, give us some money.
Money? You want money? See my fine friend here.
Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, Douglas.
Rent.
In one.
Yeah, it's just that, well, we're on a tight budget in here, you know. I mean, when I say I need it, I do need it, especially with big appetite.
Well, I've been thinking.
Never mind thinking. Rent.
You know you miss your car, don't you? And you know you're snookered for taking holidays, aren't you?
What are you on about holidays?
We'll go on holidays when you've coughed up half hour in the Rovers.
I've cracked it for you. This is better than rent.
This better be a good one, son.
Jacko, it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity came up. It was either jump or miss it, so I jumped.
What are you going on about?
Come and have a shufty at this. What do you think of that, then?
Think about what?
Well, you're away with one of these, aren't you? The bloke was desperate for money, so I thought, right, jump on it.
Hang on. I ain't seen you bought this.
I've done a deal.
You told me you had no money. And you've gone and bought this Bedouin's flaming Wendy house and you can't even pay your rent.
This is the rent and the rest. I mean, it's your holidays cracked and everything.
You what? I won't go on my holidays in that thing.
The world's your oyster in one of these. King of the road.
Leopard of the lay-by, more like. It's a scrapper, is that?
It just needs a bit of doing up, that's all.
Look, son, I could take a joke because I'm big like that.
Joke? There's at least 500 quid's worth here. Look, it's got a sink. It's got a little gas stove.
People take advantage. All right. Some people won't even pay the rent, OK. Some people eye up the wife. Fair enough.
What are you talking about?
Well, I'll take that as a compliment to myself, but you know there's one thing I won't have. Can you guess what it is?
Jacko, it's a cracking little van.
An insult to my intelligence, which is what that is, so stew it. Come on, Rita.
Hang on, I mean, are you sure that it's not right?
It's a bag of Ross, Vera, and he knows it.
Yeah, but I mean, he's a mechanic, innit? You don't know about these things.
Vera, love, I know about these things because I have got the expertise. Plus, the bloke he got it off was in the Rovers, crying in his ale.
Well, that's so rag.
So, if you're looking for a place to stop the night, you've got one.
Yeah.